Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a tutorial on my everyday makeup routine. It's nothing super fancy, it's not a lot of color as you can tell, it's pretty neutral. I'm going to be using bareMinerals instead of a liquid foundation just because on the everyday basis it's better for my skin. It lets it breathe more than a liquid does. And I'm just keeping it really simple with the eyes. I'm using the NYX Butt Naked Eyes palette, which I use almost every day, just kind of changing up neutral shadows. So I hope you guys like this video and just keep watching to find out how to get this look. So to get started, all I have on my skin right now is my Clean & Clear Dual Action Moisturizer, and I let that sit in for a few minutes before I got started. And now I'm going to go back with my NYX Shine Killer. It's just like a clear gel, looks like this. And I'm going to apply that to my T-zone and anywhere that I get oily. I'm going to be using my bareMinerals Loose Powder Foundation only because it's better for your skin. It lets it breathe a little bit more. But that's not to say I don't use liquid, when I go to work sometimes too, or when I'm going out. But today I'm just using Fairly Light. This is the original formula. And I'm using a really soft, dense kabuki brush to put that on. And I'm just going to start buffing that all over my skin. So to conceal, I'm just using my Bare Essentials Max Coverage Concealer Brush, and I shook out a little bit more of my bareMinerals foundation into the lid. And I'm going to go back and just press in the powder to any spots, blemishes, darkness, and it gives really good coverage. I'm also going to go ahead and conceal a little bit around my brows, just since I'm already concealing already. It's just going to save me a little bit of time later when I'm ready to go back and fill in. So next I'm just going to contour a little bit using this kind of soft synthetic angled face brush, and I'm using Hoola Benefit Matte Bronzer to do that. And with a really light hand, because this is a very kind of natural look, I'm just going to find the hollow of my cheek and just lightly start filling that in. Oh, just a little bit. I'm also going to do my hairline and kind of frame my face out, warm up my skin tone a little bit, giving a little bit more definition. I'm also going to hit my jawline, again, just to kind of frame, slim everything out. Do the same thing on the other side. For blush today, I'm going to be using the bareMinerals Ready Blush in the Secrets Out. Just kind of like a nice light pink. Works well for fair skin tones, obviously, because I'm really light. It's just kind of a classic pink color. And I'm just going to put that on kind of more of the tops of my cheekbones, and then blend it down to meet where I started contouring. That way it's just seamless. A little more natural. I'm not going to really take it too much to the apples on my cheek because I don't really feel like that looks natural. I know a lot of people do it, but I'm not buying it. Okay. So now I'm going to use my Palladio rice powder, and this is a really good finishing powder for anyone with an oily skin type because rice powder obviously absorbs excess oils throughout the day. And I'm just using a big powder brush to loosely go over everything, kind of set it really lightly. I don't really want to move my blush and everything around that I've already done, but I'm just kind of locking that in place before I highlight, because I like my highlight color to not, I don't know, I just want it to stand out a little bit more, so I want to go ahead and set this part of my makeup first. Okay, so to highlight today, I'm using a MAC highlighting powder. This is Rose Olay. I think this is a limited edition, but I found it somewhere recently. Just using a small little kabuki brush, I'm just going to hit the top of my cheekbones, up to my temple a little bit, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead right there, and my cupid's bow. And I really like this one for kind of an everyday natural look because it's got a little bit of a gleam to it. I wouldn't even call it a shimmer, but it's just a really soft, dusty pink, and I just think it's so pretty when you don't want it to be too obvious, at night, or even some days I like a brighter, whiter, like the color white highlight, but this is really pretty for every day. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I'm just taking my 266 brush, and I'm using my Bobbi Brown, this is called Birch. It's just a single eyeshadow like that. It's kind of just like a medium kind of sable type color, I guess you could say. And I'm going to start to fill in my brows. I sometimes like to use a darker brown on the tail and the mid, like starting here, maybe where the arch is to the tail, using like a darker brown and then leaving it a lot lighter towards the front. But today I'm just using one color. It's quicker, saves time, yada yada yada. So on an everyday basis, as far as eyes and things like that, I've been using my NYX Butt Naked Eyes palette. I got this in July, I believe, or towards the beginning of the summer, and I know I've talked a lot about it, but it has such a great variety of matte and shimmer neutral shades, and then on the bottom it also has a pull-out drawer with blushes, highlights, bronzers, and things like that. But I really just use it mainly for the eyeshadows because I find that they're really good quality, they blend well, they last long, and it's just a really great palette for everyday looks. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and highlight under my brow. I don't know why I do it first, but I do. And I'm just using a white shimmery shadow to do that. And this is my 242. It's kind of hard to tell. It's just a small eyeshadow brush. And I'm keeping it very close to my eyebrow. I don't want to bring it too far down. It's just going to give a little bit of pop right under your brow. I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to go into this white, kind of off-white matte shade using a wide kind of concealer brush to apply that all across my lid. I'm going to take it up into the crease. This color is really good as a base because it makes all the other shadows blend well, and it's not really a color necessarily, so it's not going to muddy any of your other shadows. So now I'm going to take my MAC 217, it's just a fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to go into this kind of medium tone brown shade, and I'm going to start doing that in my crease and on my outer corner. I'm going to deepen it up just a little bit, and I'm going to mix this kind of matte grayish brown with a little bit of this matte dark brown, just very lightly going into that, just to kind of deepen up my outer corners. And I also took it on my lower lash line, just on the very outer corner, just with that same brush. Okay, and now just to kind of clean up that edge where my highlight starts to meet my crease color, I'm going to go back into that matte white. Regardless of what shadow I'm doing that day, this color is always a really good one to kind of blur out that edge, make it seamless. Just like that. So for liner today, I'm going to keep it really simple and kind of natural, and I'm using Revlon Colorstay's retractable eyeliner. This is just in black, and I'm going to keep it as close to my natural lash line as I can. Also going to do my waterline. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes. So for mascara, I'm just using Clinique's Lash Doubling mascara. This is one of the bonus time extra samples that I got, but I really like it. On my lips, I went ahead and moisturized with my little EOS lip balm egg. I think that's like in melon or strawberry or something pink and fruity. And I'm going to be using MAC's Pretty Please, which is just a light pink kind of, it's a luster lipstick, but it's not really shimmery, so it just kind of looks like that. It's just a light pink. And yes, it has been broken and mushed back into place, but it works fine. So this is my finished look. Again, this was my everyday kind of light and simple makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!